right, guys. What is Gucci gang? What is good? What is good? I hope you guys are having a good day today. It's a pretty good day, man. I must admit. You know, we are what? 3 for 3, baby. At least on the bias. Great. 3 targets, 3 hit. We can study it and, go from there. So, yeah, it's a good day, man. You know what? I think it's supposed to rain fairly soon. I want to say. Oh, maybe not. I don't know. Who can really trust the weather, right? I don't know. But it looked like it was going to rain outside. So if we disconnect, you've been warned. All right, you've been warned. So I don't think we should have any problems, though. So we'll go over a few things. I don't know, probably have some fun. I mean, I usually have fun. And I like to think that you guys have fun, too. So we'll see. We shall see. Chat is open today. I think I left the chat open like pretty much all week. It doesn't even bother me. Doesn't bother me. So you guys can invite your friends, your mom, whoever. They can come through, learn how to finesse. All right. You guys good with that? Are you guys good? Drop a like if you guys are ready to go. Was good 2020? Mason, Jose, Felix, G, Convicted Capitalist, Jay Jones, George, Willow, Zakjo, Natasha, Bell, Stephanie, Ibernus, Smalley, Crispy, Jay, Darth Quinn, Josh, Mason, some newer folks in the chat. Welcome. Grauberg, Jordan D, Broadway. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. What's good, Charlie? What's good, Crocs? What's good, Crocs? So, I think we might go higher. Okay. I think we might do it. At least for ES. So, right at the beginning of the stream, really. I had this level outlined earlier and I just didn't mark it up. I didn't think we would be getting there today. Turns out we did get there today, which is cool. The only level that I marked out for ES in the Discord this morning beforehand, if you'll allow me, 5783.25. Okay. That's all I was looking for. I wanted to see if we would get down here. I didn't think we would, but we did, and it's always cool to see, but it's like, whatever. So if we just kind of sit here for just a minute, what's up here? What was the predominant focus for London? London's right here. London's right there. Right? So when you mark London all the way to equities, what has that done? Was London bullish or bearish? Was good, Toby? Was good, Light? Trading friend told me about your channel. Oh, nice. That's a good friend. That's a good friend to have. I'm a very advanced educator, but I've been teaching for, I don't know, 6 years now. But I like to teach advanced concepts. I just put out a beginner's course a couple weeks ago. So there's a beginner playlist, the free beginners trading course or something like that. There's an advanced course called the Smart Money Sniper course. And yes, I am working on a course on how to get funded. So hopefully you guys are excited about that. I got over 100 votes on the YouTube one. I got about 30 or 40 votes on Twitter. I can't remember. And then I think I got like 100 and something votes on my Instagram story. So yeah, that'll be coming out too. So either by the end of this year or by Q1 of 2025, you guys will have it all. Beginner, advanced, and how to get funded. I mean, come on. Come on. All right. But if you're new here, it's going to be a lot of information. And it is what it is. But there you have it. You know, welcome to the channel. You don't have to buy a membership. It would be cool if you did, because we have a community and we have a Discord where I call trades in advance, or I'll call directional bias in advance. And that's one of the perks. Plus, you know, the market reviews, there's 2 every week. You get the sniper next to your name. Obviously, you can see the chat. You can see, you know, Toby's green, Eberneth's gold, Zocjo's blue. So there's, you know, different time. It's a loyalty badge is what it's called. So 1 month, 2 month, 3 months, 6 months, and then 1 year, you get that gold one. So welcome, Broadway, to the SMS community. Welcome, welcome. But enough sales, okay? Enough sales. Let's get to the juice. London was what? Bullish. The beginning of equities today, first 30 minutes was what? Bullish, right? But what did we leave behind? And yeah, Josh, I understand. That's why I said that, because I know it's a lot of information. But would you rather have more than you need or not enough? You know what I mean? Would you rather have more than you can handle or less than what you deserve? I don't know. Under promise, over deliver. That's a business principle. But again, we're not here to talk about business. I might put out a business course next year too. We'll see how it goes. Okay. But one step at a time. One step at a time. London was bullish. Equities was bullish at our open. What did we trade above? It's hard to not show that while having here. Equal highs from yesterday evening. Bam, ran into that. Made a higher high. Is that low resistant highs or high resistant highs? High resistant highs. Okay. So why did I say 57.83 and a quarter? Why did I say that? Because if you go back and look at the PM session from yesterday, remember, what's that? This was in the market review yesterday. I talked about this, how we rallied into the close, right? But what's right there? Equal lows, right? 57.83 and a quarter. That's where that level came from. Okay. So yes, we cut through all of that, all of that, all of that to get to here. Okay. So why would I do that? Why would I target a level that has seemed to already, right? Let's look at it from the broader perspective. Why would I pick a level that has already been traded through multiple times? Because, as I've shown you guys time and time again, and if you're new here, I'm not talking about you, but all the gold snipers, you definitely know by now, or you're just, I don't even want to say it. I said it enough yesterday. Regular trading hours. Regular trading hours. See how that works? See how that works? There's the close at 310. 830 is here. So the equities open market, the New York Stock Exchange, that never traded below the lows. That's why I picked that level. You see how that works? So there's your answer to that. When we go to a 15-minute time, I'm going to take this off, by the way. When we go to a 15-minute time frame, either of equities, like the regular trading hours, or the electronic trading hours, it makes no difference with this, because this is still our equities open here. Okay. So In the free beginner series and in the last month or two, I've been really hyper focusing on the inverted imbalance. You guys remember that? And by the way, I finally did it. I finally put my visuals in one spot, so now I don't have to scroll through a bunch of shit. Here you go. Okay. Now I don't have the inverse, but we've been studying what? An imbalance that forms on the way to a liquidity run. Then we wait for that to be traded through. No break of structure required. And then back into the inversion to aim for opposing liquidity, right? Now, again, the inverse of this would be for shorts. So there you have it. And that's what that would look like here. We have what? Highs up here that we ran higher, okay? And left behind these equal lows. Even, and again, cut through all that. So we have a gap right here. And that's why it's labeled like that. We have a gap that was created on the way to a run on liquidity. That gets traded through, and then guess what? Price doesn't go past. It spikes through it a little bit. That's okay. Never pushes past that what? Inverted gap. Rolls for the level that I gave you beforehand. You see how that works? You see how that works? Here you go. Today at 9:24, watching 57.83 and a quarter for ES, but it's our index that isn't going higher or lower today, so I probably won't engage it. Okay, in which I didn't, by the way. But you know me, I like being right. I like being right about shit. So, what time was that? Oh, fuck. Do this again. I'm sorry. 9:24. Okay. 9:24. Actually, I'll do the circle. Is right there. See that? That's 9:24 right there. That up candle here. That is when I mentioned this. See that? So, when you look at the chart now, okay, you might think, well, hold on, John. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. We got equal highs here. You do. You do have equal highs there. But remember what this was. That's that 15-minute inverted gap. So it never pushed past that. Rolled lower. Run. Okay. Now I'm going to show you something pretty cool. I mean, it's all cool, but you know me. You know me. High. Low. Higher high. Then we trade through this. Okay. Rallies. I don't even think it hits all that much. But then what's like right here? Take a look. Now this is like super scalping. Okay. So I don't usually recommend this, but what's right here? Up candle. Two up candles. What's it? 1050. It closes below, right? So what would that make it? Is it starting to connect now? What does that make this? A shift in price delivery. Well, it's already been shifted, but I'm saying the order flow, right? In bearish markets, up candles should be respected, right? Taps into that, trades beyond that a little bit. 1 point, okay. 4 whole ticks, runs right for the lows. 57.83. So that could be an easy scalping idea. That's $150 a contract. Okay. Oh man, John, you know, $150 a contract, man. That's bullshit, man. That's bullshit. I need more money than that. My friend, this is a 1 minute chart. This is a 1 minute chart. And you're telling me $150 a contract in under 2 minutes. What other job can you make $150 in less than 2 minutes? I'll wait. I'll fucking wait. Okay? And unless you're who? Like Saul Goodman or, you know, fucking Walter White or some shit. That's $150 a contract in less than 2 minutes. Okay? Mitigation. That's what it's playing off of. Okay? Even though the bodies are kind of shitty. I'll give you that. But nonetheless, there's bullish order flow. Or excuse me, bearish order flow. Yeah, George, I just got done watching Breaking Bad. So anyway, we left equal lows, came back up into that, spent a little bit of time there, finally traded a little bit lower, rallied a little bit, and then right at the tail end of lunch and then heading into the PM session that I look at, which is 12, we ran again, like I said a minute ago, below these lows here. So I think the market could trade higher, but seeing that NASDAQ hit our level that we were looking for yesterday, right? Multiple levels, by the way. Okay, what did I give you yesterday? 20,214.75. I said that's too clean. I don't think that's going to stay there. I told you I think we could trade into this and then run for that, which we did. We traded into that, and then we did a whole lot of nothing until the close. So there wasn't a whole lot of opportunity here. So I would chalk that up as a break even or maybe a small profit, maybe. Okay. But that doesn't change the fact that I still said I don't think those highs are going to stay there. It's too clean. And then I also gave you 20,251.25, which was the high of something. Back here. August 22nd, that high right there. See that? That's what this darker level is here. Which, by the way, one of you posted in the Discord, and I'm happy about that. You posted your notes and you wrote that down, and that shit was smack today, right? So that's pretty cool in my opinion. And your job is to study how we got there. Okay? Now, this is what I didn't like about longs from this morning, okay, is these lows here. I didn't care for that. I usually try not to long with equal lows. Why is that? Because look at it. We came back for it, okay? So we got the levels we were looking for yesterday. Right? We got those that hit today, which is great. It's cool. But the way that we did it, I'm just not the biggest fan of. Because we've taken that higher time frame level of liquidity here and we've drifted lower and took our equities open low, by the way. Let's do that exercise real quick as well. Just like hopefully you've been doing instead of waiting for me. 8:30 to 9 o'clock, or if you're in a different time zone, the first 30 minutes of the day. First 30 minutes. Mark the high and mark the low. That's what makes this even better. Why would I say that? Because I gave you the fucking exercise already, bro. I gave you when your equities high and low also makes low resistant lows or low resistant highs. Remember that? That's what that is here. So you have equities open low. That also forms low resistant lows, right? Where's our low of the day? Hello. Right there. Beautiful. But again, let's come back to my point. My point is we've taken a higher time frame level of liquidity here. We've already reached an intraday objective level of liquidity, and now we're back within the range. So to me, if you want me to if you want to force me to give you a bias, like I've been doing, teaching with hindsight and foresight, okay? If we were to do that again today, which I'm not trying to do all that much, I've already been 3 for 3 today. I don't want to keep pushing it, okay? But if I had to pick a side, I would say I would be fairly bullish. Fairly bullish, okay? There's no real, I guess, super high level of confidence with that. But logically, 20,200 and a half, small time frame equal highs here. Anyone who has been short, trading lower for the last couple of hours or so, they're going to have trailing stops, just like I did Friday. Remember that shit? And we, came back into the range on Friday. I feel like that could happen here too. But we'll have to see how it goes. We have equal lows right here too. So it's a little bit, I don't like it. All right. But theoretically, there should be, you should really be done for the day. Between Dow going lower, I'll go over that too. Between NQ going higher, and between what I gave you in advance, which was ES going lower, you should be done. And there should be no worrying about what the PM session is going to do. Okay. NKM, sometimes I do. Sometimes I leave them open, but I'm usually done. In the AM session, I'm usually done by the time that I stream here. So, plus it's a little bit easier to teach when I'm not in an open position. So I won't be worrying about like trade management and all that shit, trying to teach you shit. So, but yeah, good question though. Yeah, well, that's a good idea. I like that one. So one of you asked, 42,462, right? That was a low I mentioned on Dow. It was very late. It was at 8:54, right? It was very, very late. But that was at the same time I was saying that I think NQ can go higher. I think Dow can go lower. And they both did, right? NASDAQ went higher, Dow Jones went lower. But what was the idea behind that? Well, it was this. Okay, it was this right here. I've shown you this time and time again. Unless you're new, this might be new to you, and this is very advanced because every segment of this has its own characteristics. The consolidation, the accumulation, the reaccumulation, the liquidity run, distribution, redistribution, second leg lower. This is not, it's very hard to teach you in like 5 minutes. It can't be done. It's impossible to go over every single thing and its characteristics all in like one stream. Okay. But what this is, it's the technical name for it is a market maker sell model. It's not something I invented. I didn't create this. Okay. Some people still think that. They're like, oh, John invents, John takes other people's shit and, acts like acts like it's his. It's not. Okay. So if you believe that, fucking off yourself. Okay. That's not the case. I didn't create this, but I definitely use it. All right. This is solid. It's a consolidation, again, accumulation, reaccumulation, liquidity run, and then I'm looking for shorts to go lower. So when you see something like that, that's why I label these boxes gray. That's why I labeled in that image equal lows and consolidation gray. Now, the other box, I'm not going to mark up every single box, okay? I mean, I don't fucking have time for that shit. But if we did, it would probably look something like that. accumulation, reaccumulation, or hell, even that would be reaccumulation. You could probably take that one off, I guess. Reaccumulation. I don't know. Either way it goes, okay? The point is not everything on the left side. The point is there's your run, okay? Here. And then the very exercise I've already given you is what? Utilize buy side price delivery on the sell side of price delivery. So what was sown over here? Not, I mean, it's Dow 5 minute. There's going to be a lot of gaps and shit, which, you know, whatever. But nonetheless, imbalance that was utilized here for what? Longs, right? Because it hit that imbalance and traded off of it. So at a certain point, it was bullish. That gets traded through here, right? So that's no longer bullish. It has shifted from bullish to bearish. Okay? This candle here reaches up and into that imbalance here. So you have mitigation and an inverted imbalance here and an imbalance here. So technically, this is the mitigation model. Right there. Okay? To go where? Lower. So that's how that works. Okay? And then, you know, that was way up here. And that was 250 points ago. Actually, probably more than that. Oh, 320 points ago. So you've been given the mitigation model as well. And I've talked publicly about it so many times, you already know what it is. You practically have it all. High probability target, low risk entry, aiming for liquidity after a liquidity run. Come on. Too clean, too crispy. Okay. Now, today you know, I don't like talking about myself all that much, but I didn't sleep well. I woke up a little bit earlier than I should have, and I went back to bed, and then so I pushed the alarm clock and I got to the charts a little bit late. If I got to the charts like 10 or 15 minutes before I did, I probably would have been able to catch that. But I slept in, so I'm not perfect. I'm me, all right? So I sleep in sometimes, and, you know, that's that. But nonetheless, I'm like, okay, yeah, this thing's going to rip ass. And of course, it runs that. And then continues. So that's what that looks like, okay? So Dow shorts, market maker sell model. NASDAQ longs, higher time frame liquidity. You were given both of those levels yesterday. 20,214 or whatever that high was. 214 and 3/4 and 20,251 and 1/4. Both of those were smacked. Okay. And then again, like I said already, I gave you 57.83 and 1/4, which we have surpassed by almost 10 points. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. Do you mind explaining the significance of the exercise marking the stock exchange high and low? You mean the equities open? Equities open liquidity. EOL. Equities open liquidity. There's not much more to it than what I explained yesterday. There's really not much more to it than yesterday. The exercise is to know where liquidity is. $8:30, 9 o'clock. Okay. So right here, right at 9. Okay. What's your highest high and your lowest low? Highest high is here. The box color doesn't matter. I'm just trying to be quick with the presentation. Okay. You don't, matter of fact, you don't have to draw a box. I'm just trying to give you a visual of what that looks like. Okay. I'm saying equities open, first 30 minutes. What's the highest high and the lowest low? There it is. Your highest highs, 57.98. Lowest lows, 57.88. Oh, 10-point range. That's weak. But whatever. Right? So what do you think the significance is, Jordan? The market trades from what to what? Oh, yeah. Liquidity to liquidity. Ah. Man. That's not fucking bad, huh? Yeah, John knows a lot of shit, doesn't he? Yeah, I do. I know a lot of shit. I've been doing this a long time. But I'm giving you all the juicy stuff. I'm not giving you the stupid shit. VWAP, fucking whatever. All that bullshit. I'm not giving you that. I'm giving you the straight juice. I'm giving you the levels before they get there most of the time. Sometimes I'm very late. Yeah, no, I get that, okay? I'm not bragging about that. I am bragging about ES, though. I told you so, okay? But that's how I'm able to do that. I'm looking for high probability setups. I'm looking for areas of liquidity. And if I can find it far enough in advance where you could probably take a trade, I'll say something in the Discord. So number one, you can either watch it or, I mean, you could trade it if you want to, but I'm not going to say, you know, one thing or another. All right, real quick, note that since we're here, NQ higher here at 1235. Note that. Put something right there at 1235, and ES is lower here. Note that. Note that 100%. I'm not saying do anything. I'm not saying press buttons. I'm not saying none of that. I'm just saying just note it. Be mindful. Okay? That might mean something later. Okay? That might mean something. So let's do this. Even though this is like very, again, it's very blocky and very concise. NASDAQ's a little bit more loose, which I'm not going to finish that sentence. This, if this is accumulation, this might be an inversion to go higher. And probably 216 is what I mean. If that is a stop run, that might become an inversion here. Okay. So again, I'm not saying to trade it. I'm just saying note the lows are different. We'll watch the inversions. We'll see what takes place. But I'm not telling you to trade it. Okay. We'll watch it. We'll chill out today. All right. We'll be calm. We'll relax. And we'll just watch it. We'll have a good time. Okay. Yeah, we'll look at gold in just a second as well. I think the gold futures left equal highs this morning. And I'll take a look at that. Because you said we're flying. That might be an upside target if we haven't taken that yet. So we'll definitely take a look at it. I want to give this a few minutes though. It's 12:40. All right. Yeah, we'll have to give this some time. But note, I wish we had highs that were a little bit more obvious. The highs in here are kind of hidden back there, and they're hidden up here too. You know, whereas these are very obvious. So, yeah. But there's your significance of equities open liquidity, okay? And that's like a key point. I want you guys to realize that. It's not just the exercise. Okay, first 30 minutes, highest high, lowest low. Got it. You got to take a step back. And you know, think about that. If the highest high or the lowest low is part of equal highs, low resistant highs, equal lows, low resistant lows, I think it gives that level, whatever it is, I think it gives that more validity, because now there's like multiple levels of liquidity, if that makes sense. Okay. So we went over that. We went over Dow shorts, market maker sell model. We went over NASDAQ. Let me just come back to this. We went over NASDAQ longs because of the levels that we outlined yesterday. And then this was the point that I just made a second ago. Equities open liquidity is part of low resistant lows. So even though it took a while to get there, I mean, it dragged, you know, lower. It went high super quick, but it took forever to go lower. But nonetheless, it's still tagged into that. Okay. So see, that is not what you want to see when you're bullish. You see how it just rips right through that and closes below it? That's not what you want to see. And then same thing here. It trades through that. That would not be advantageous. So we went over those things. And then we will go over gold in just a minute. But I want to give this a couple more candles to pan out. But I'll give you an example. If I was long here, and if I had to stop here, as soon as that candle closed, I probably would just get out and wouldn't even wait for it to go to stop. So it's like a very small loss, maybe 10 points or so right there. And I would just move to the sidelines. Because I don't like that. Okay. I don't like that. Because it's just literally, it's like it's not even there. It's just like, yeah, fuck you, John. I was like, all right, cool. So if this low gives up, it's probably gonna run deeper below that low here. So again, we'll watch it. And then I think we got, if I'm not mistaken, we got 2 new members in today. Yeah. Broadway was first, and then AML was second. So that's always nice. You love to see it. 2 brand new members in the SMS community. You love to see it. Man, convicted cab. I don't even want to talk about Tesla, bro. I got rid of it, and it's flying now, so I don't even want to talk about it. But yeah, the weekly highs, I forget what price level it is, but that is my longer term upside, but I've already got rid of it. So I don't want to cry. I don't want to cry. So there's that. DXY ripping higher. Yeah. I briefly looked at dollar earlier, but I really don't like where it's at on the daily time frame. Okay? Like, what is this? This just does not look. What is this? This is ugly. You know? It's just, I couldn't even tell you where this is gonna go. Okay? I couldn't do it. You know, I'd be bullish and it would drop, or I'd be bearish and it would launch. It's just not. It's not it, bro. It's just, I can't do it. Okay. Let's go take a look at gold. Want to see what she's doing. The highs I mentioned a minute ago are up here. When I said the future side. this is what I meant. So let's see. London's low there. Yeah, we have definitely taken off in that particular direction. So that looks pretty okay. And here's the only problem with that though. Silver, right, came down for the lows. I mean, which is great, but I can't agree that silver would be bullish as well. So I think that dumbs down the probabilities. But let me just take a look in here for just a second. It's hard to say, honestly. You could have that inversion here, or you could have that one here. So again, what have you been studying? The imbalance created on the way to liquidity runs. So now this was at 11:45. I probably wouldn't have taken any of those, to be fair, but you know, again, you got to study, right? And so these highs are all consecutive. Those are equal, by the way, right there. 268, 3.5. So obviously this is hindsight, okay? In hindsight, both of those, either one of those would have been solid for these highs. So in your studies, this is what I would do. 1 to 2 is there, right? Right there. That would be off the lower one. The higher one, okay, my stop wouldn't have gone down to that low, but yeah, okay. For argument's sake, 1 to 2 is here, which is still, in the broader perspective, it's still on the way to these highs up here. So I think that's probably worth studying. Okay. So there was opportunity today on indices. Let's go back over there. I want to see what they're doing. Some opportunities on golds. Okay. Let's take a look. So ES has not taken that low. NASDAQ did take that. And then Dow, I have no idea what that wants to do. So I would say by this particular time period, I wouldn't be interested in trading anything here. I wouldn't be interested in that. So concepts that we might expect to be bullish, if there's like not even a signature of sensitivity, you can easily see why hold for the low when you could just get out with a very small loss. And that's probably what would have happened if I did that. So there's a little bit of trade management technique for you. Appreciate the help, Willow. Yeah, so for those of you that did join either today or recently, or even if you're just not in the Discord, you go onto your Discord. It's better to do it on the PC. Go to your Discord user settings. That's that little cog symbol next to your name at the bottom left of Discord. Go to connections. Then you'll see the YouTube to log into. Log into that with the YouTube account you signed up with. then that will connect you. And then once you see that, you'll be able to join the Discord. You'll see the gold sniper and the forest trim around it. You'll see it. Okay. Yeah, so I would probably expect this low. See if we can get under that. But if we don't, I'm like, whatever. I wouldn't be too interested. But anyways, before we hop off here in a few minutes, if you want to set some alerts from up here, you can, just to see. So those levels are 20,200.5. The higher one is 20,216. So both of those, I'll have that on my radar. For ES, I think these are too far. I think it's too far. Okay. But, you know, if you want to throw them on there, 57.87.5 as the first one. The higher one, 57.93.5. Okay. Now, let me give you one more idea. Let's say you longed that inversion with the stop at this low. It never came to your stop. It's like one tick or two ticks off. You see how it came back into this, back where like a previous long entry would be? As soon as that gets break even, or maybe like one tick above a previous entry, I'd be out. I would not hold this. Those are low resistant lows. And even if this launches for those highs, I wouldn't feel bad about getting out, because this just doesn't look, it doesn't look like something I would like to hold on to. Okay. But again, I want to give you something to watch in foresight. Okay. Whether I'm right or wrong, you know, whatever. But that's really all that I have for the indices. I don't have shit for Dow, okay, which is not out of the ordinary. The only real level, I guess, for gold, 2691.9 or 2692, 2692 as a potential upside objective. Okay. Great question, Martin. He or they asked, should I analyze micro or E-mini because there's a slight difference? I go with E-mini. I go with E-mini. And yeah, Willow, have a good one. See you guys, or I'll see you on Friday. But yeah, if you guys have any last minute questions, you can throw them in the chat. I don't really have anything else for you. We went over some things already. I gave you some things to outline. I gave you things to study. I did a lot for you today so far. So drop a like real quick if you guys got some value so far today. It's a free stream, so I would hope, like, hey, you know, free value, right? But that's it. I don't even think I have anything for the currency side. I don't think so. No, not really. Dollar higher, foreign currencies lower. And these are all trash. Very clean lows on New Zealand down here, though. 62.58. But that's like all of 10 pips away. Like, what are you going to do with that? So, yeah, this is why I prefer futures over everything else, because that just looks so bad to me. It just looks so bad to me, chat. All right, well, look, if you guys don't have any questions, I'll ask you a question. Have y'all bought Meditations yet? Have you bought Meditations yet? By Marcus Aurelius. That's book of the month for next month. 5-minute inversion on gold. Man. We rallied off of that. I think you're looking at this here. If this were me, if I wanted to trade this, I would probably wait for this one here. Not an inversion. I would probably wait for that right there. If you were to force me to long, I would long that to go higher. Only because we have some previous price action over here. So if this was utilized to go lower, that would likely be used on the buy side of price delivery since it was utilized on the left. So I would look for that, not here. I'd look for a little bit more of a retracement to go long. But I'm probably not going to long this. But you're more than welcome to watch it. Reading it currently. Reading it. You guys ordered it. Got an email from Amazon. My package might be lost. Okay, yikes. I'll tell you what. On Amazon, get your credit back and then just buy it again. I've done that before. So just get your credit back and buy it again. Or just get the Kindle version. If you have a Kindle device or an iPad or something, just get the Kindle version. Then it's just instantaneous and it can't be lost in the mail. Oh, Zaksha, that's a good point. I was going to mention that. I've totally forgot. The journal I mentioned in the stream yesterday, is a trading emotion journal. I dropped a link in the Discord for you guys to have. So this is here. And, well, I talked about it yesterday. I won't talk about it again. But you're more than welcome to go get one. And I suggest that you do. I suggest that you do. But we made like a lower low here on NQ and a higher low on ES there. So that might have been what was worth paying attention to. But to be fair, I did say I wouldn't want to see, I said to note that low because that was where we had a higher low. So that was that low here on ES. But, well, you know, I'm not always right. So that's what that looks like. Ooh, Martin. Well, I'm sure you could find a different version for you if English ain't it for you. Great observation, Jordan. Great observation. 12:58. New hour fixing to pop up here too. So, matter of fact, we'll see if we can get this 200 level before we hop off. So we should get that fairly quickly. We should. Oh, you know what? That was like 3 lower lows there too. I forgot to mention that. Forgot to mention it. All right. Well, there's the first one, 20,200.5. So that's kind of cool. The inversion that I was looking at, that one didn't work. We ended up running that low. But what I would tell you, again, just like I said a moment ago, note that, this one. The lower low here was a higher low on ES. So I guess I misinterpreted which low to use, but hey, I didn't trade it, and I told you not to trade it either. But nonetheless, let's do this. Sorry. I know I have a ton of last things. I can't help myself. In hindsight, okay, the 1 to 2 is there, which we haven't completed. But I told you, if that was a long, if I had not gotten out already and I saw the market do this and then it comes back to my entry, I told you what, I would get out at a break even and say I'm not even worried about it. As a set and forget trade, which I don't do, okay? As a set and forget trade, that never hits your stop on the future side. That never does. And I think it's floating at a 1-to-1 right now, or a little bit less, I guess. But you've got your levels on both NASDAQ and ES and gold. And that's what I got for you. See, we came right back into that imbalance, not the higher one here in that inversion. This one. Okay. So that'll be a wrap. All right. Again, congratulations to the 2 new members that we got today. Make sure to get into the Discord. We would love to have you. If you have questions, ask the Discord or wait for the live stream. I'll come on here too. But with that being said, hopefully you guys learned something. One more round. Drop a like if you haven't dropped a like already. I would greatly appreciate that. I think it helps the YouTube algorithm to, get more viewers, get more subs, more memberships, and all that good stuff. And I would greatly appreciate that. It doesn't cost you anything to do it. So y'all be good, be blessed. I don't stream on Thursdays. I did one time as like a random, just to throw you a curveball, but generally I don't stream on Thursdays. We'll be here same time, same place on Friday the 27th. I'll put out the market review tomorrow on the 26th, but we'll be here same time, same place on Friday. So don't do anything stupid. I'll see you then.